It's a relevant medium, and it reaches large sectors of our population groups. We call them LSMs, and it goes across many different areas, so it allows us to pick and choose the spaces that we want to go into. We actually got a dedicated set of eyes on this piece of material, and in the other mediums there's always other influences. I do perceive it to be cost effective, and because you're getting a higher level of attention on eyes on this medium, it's about the impact of the message as well. For me, that's cost effective. Like I mentioned, you've got a dedicated set of eyes. There's nowhere else to look. The person is in that space, so they're going to read the advertising, and the frequency of a consumer coming into the same washroom area space, so you're getting an impact there. And if the creative works out very well, you're going to make an impression. Okay, look, for me, Excedrin, it was important last year with a limited budget to get an impactful message out into the marketplace, to drive a campaign and to gain entries from the consumers in terms of the medium. So therefore we chose the door wraps at airports. It was cost effective. We were getting the volume of traffic coming through in terms of LSMs that we were targeting. It made very good impact with the consumers, and we were starting to see an upswing in terms of the sales. Gender targeting is important. I'm sure you are well aware that females are majority of the consumer as well as shopper, and we look at focused approaches on shoppers as well as consumers. So females are extremely important in most brands within the pharmaceutical environment. Not that males are not important, but it is important to know that we are targeting males and females in specific areas. Because you are closer to the store, that's some of the reasons why we would look at washroom advertising as well. It's getting our message closer to that purchase area. For me, an important aspect that I would look at going forward as well is to how close to the shopping outlet do I want to advertise my brand, because the messaging can convert a sale or can just enforce or entrench a brand message that we want to get to the consumer before their purchasing journey is materialized. That is important, yes, because we do find that there's it's becoming more difficult for companies and for brands to be disruptive or to stand out in their messaging in the category that they want to. I think it's important in my mind as a manufacturer to know that I'm getting exclusivity and I'm buying a space of, cutting through the clutter. That for me is the important aspect of getting exclusivity. But I don't think the consumer would necessarily be. It's probably more than 15 years, which unfortunately is reflecting my age. But I found that there was a consistency in terms of the people I've dealt with. I mean, I've known you for quite some time, Brett, and we've developed good existing relationships, and you've always looked out for value for me in terms of providing me an outlet, and you've given me added value. But I believe that over time you've got to understand myself as a manufacturer and our needs. So you haven't come and bullshitted me. You've given me what I wanted in terms of delivery. So it's been a pleasure working with you guys for many years. In terms of the future, you have got a medium that is exclusive in terms of outlets, is exclusive in terms of the set of eyes that I want to get into. So I definitely would use you in future. From a Novartis perspective, we personally have had the pleasure of seeing our Excedrin wall wraps on the doors in the airport toilets, and this made a significant impact. I remember in about December 2011, I was traveling around the country and every single airport had Excedrin covered on the door wraps, and it really was impactful. With regards to Voltaren, I found it to be very impactful. I had all of our salespeople coming back to me and saying that we really got South Africa covered, and this is a result of people traveling around the airport. So for me, that just shows that your brand is everywhere, and it actually gives you an indication that you could be spending more than you're actually spending. So for me, that was good. And I also had one of my peers, of a competitor company, asking me, to please stop advertising. So it was good. So therefore, we chose the door wraps at airports. It was cost effective. We were getting the volume of traffic coming through in terms of LSMs that we were targeting. It made very good impact with the consumers, and we were starting to see an upswing in terms of the sales. Representatives come to tell us that they've seen this advertising in the mall and they believe that it's contributing to sales at that pharmacy. I really do believe that you are pulling consumers into my stores. So it's delivering on some of the fundamentals that we require.